Hello, Homebodies! We are officially 1 week out from Christmas and I cannot believe just how close it is. Since we're so close to Christmas, I thought we had to talk about Santa's favorite cookie. It's obviously the classic chocolate chip, but my family has a little twist on it, so I thought we'd bake it while I talk about the 5 things you can do to make Christmas extra cozy this season. I've got my coffee, so now all we have to do is go to the kitchen. Let's go. I have all my recipe cards here, and now we just need to find the perfect one for Santa's cookies. We have dairy-free cookies, thumbprint cookies, soft gingerbread cookies, banana bread cookies, pumpkin butter chip cookies, brown sugar cookies, cinnamon butter chocolate chip cookies. I think we have a winner. Fun fact about that recipe is I wrote it myself. Not as a professional recipe developer, because I'm definitely not that, but when you become gluten-free, you can't always find the perfect cookie, so you just end up having to create one yourself. Here we go. All right, I've got my bowls, and now I just need to get a silicone spoon, and we'll be back in business. Grab a stick of butter. All right, now we're just gonna let this brown on the stovetop. And while it does brown, I wanna tell you guys my first step to making the week leading up to Christmas feel extra cozy. Tip number 1 is to embrace the creativity, whether it's baking or knitting or making felt ornaments, doing something that really lets you express the holiday cheer in something creative. The options are truly endless. And we just want to continuously stir this until it starts bubbling, and then once the bubbles kind of start drying down and there are little bits of brown pieces at the bottom, that's when we turn it off. Personally for me, I love baking and crafting, and I find that really leaning into it makes my heart feel so in the Christmas spirit. If you don't know how to knit or bake, you can also do paint by numbers, you can do coloring books. The options are truly endless, but the main point of it is to let your mind relax, do something with your hands. It allows you to really focus on getting in the spirit and lowering your stress. I wish you guys could smell this. It's starting to get the amber color and the foam is kind of starting to die down. It's truly gonna taste so good. Idea number 2 to make the week leading up to Christmas extra cozy is to actually wear your pajamas as much as possible. I personally love to wear my PJs all year, but especially around the Christmas season, I like to pretend they're my loungewear, and I wear them all day, doing all the things until I have to leave the house. Now we're gonna set that aside to cool down. Well, my camera started overheating, so we're back to using the phone, and we're going to go ahead and mix the dry ingredients while we wait for the butter to cool. We need 1.5 cups of flour. We need 1 teaspoon of salt, but I forgot that I'm out of the regular salt, so I'm going to be grinding this myself. Of baking soda. Now mix this all up. By the way, I used 1-to-1 gluten-free flour, but you don't have to. This recipe should work with regular flour as well. Additionally, the third thing you can do to make the week leading up to Christmas extra cozy is immerse yourself in Christmas media. I'm talking audiobooks, regular books, music, podcasts. The options these days are truly endless, and I feel like the more you kind of lean into them, the more of the ambiance you're going to get. Speaking of ambiance, one of my favorite things to do right now is to go to YouTube, type in Christmas ambiance, and then I'll go through all of them and leave that up on the TV while I sit and read. Chef's Kiss. It's amazing. Now that our butter is cooled down, we can go ahead and cream together all of our wet ingredients. tip for making the week leading up to Christmas feel like Christmas is to spend it prioritizing time with people that make it feel like Christmas. The feeling of egg on my hands is so gross. And then you should do all of the things that you like to do with those people. It's Christmas shopping, gift wrapping. Once everything's combined, it's time for the best part, chocolate chips. I always say that it's best to measure this part with your heart. Now legally, I don't recommend eating any of the raw dough. And while I cannot recommend you eat it, personally, it's so good. And now we're just making the dough into little cookie balls so that we can freeze it for 30 minutes and then bake. Now we let those freeze for 30 minutes. It's officially been 30 minutes. And these are going to live in my freezer so that I can have cookies on demand whenever I want. Pop these 6 into the oven. Okay, now the cookies are ready, and one thing I wasn't able to show you guys on camera was that I actually smashed the cookies with the bottom of a cup immediately after taking them out of the oven. I find that gluten-free cookies end up being a little dome shaped, so I just flattened them out a little bit on my own. Now my 5th and final tip for making the week leading up to Christmas feel extra special is to embrace the slowness of the season. Whether that means curling up with a heated blanket, scheduling an extra 15 minutes for your coffee in the morning, or just resting where you need, I promise embracing the slow moments will make it so much more special. All right, big cookie tasting test. This is definitely Santa's favorite cookie.